Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining in our first day of Stretch and Relax. Today's our first official class where we will actually be practicing. So hopefully by now you have your yoga mats and you're in some comfortable clothing ready to practice. Just a quick introduction. My name is Victoria Perez. I'm a personal trainer, a yoga guide, a nutritionist, as well as a couple other certifications under my belt. I studied yoga in Rishikesh, India for a couple months. That is where I got certified. I love all things fitness, so if anybody ever has any questions, fitness related, please reach out. I'd be happy to discuss and have a conversation with you. Thank you all for submitting your assignments last week. Gave me a good idea of what you're looking for in this course, as well as your experience with yoga. So today, it's going to be a light course. We're going to be doing mainly joint movements, kind of waking up the body, using some relaxation techniques, as well as some breathing, some pranayama techniques. It's going to be about an hour or so for each course. So always dedicate at least an hour to watching these videos. Most of the time it will probably be just under, but always give yourself at least an hour to practice this course. Again, hopefully by now you can all have your yoga mat. I would suggest getting a block if you feel like you are not as flexible as you'd like to be, and some of the poses may be a little challenging. I highly suggest a block or two. You could always modify by modifying with a couple books, also a pillow or a rolled up blanket. That could be a good modification for a block. So without further ado, we're going to go in and get started with the class today. So we're going to get started with a yogic breath. So we're going to be starting to breathe from our belly. So during this pranayama, during this breath work, I want you to just close down the eyes, okay? Find a comfortable seat. You could have cross-legged. You could also have legs out in front of you. You could roll something up under your legs if it feels a little uncomfortable. So find a nice comfortable seat. Move the sit bones out from underneath you. You're going to picture your spine nice and long, like you have a string on the top of your head and it's pulling you up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and close down the eyes here. You want to focus on your breath. Watching your breath as it moves in and out of the body. I'm going to be here for a couple minutes, so just relax. Start to get comfortable. Start to bring your attention inward. Watching the breath here, not doing any changes, just becoming more aware. Our breath is our life force. It keeps us going, constantly breathing in and out. Sometimes our breath gets quick. This moment to slow it down. Maybe you can hear your breath. Taking just a few more breaths here. One more inhale and exhalation. So gently open up your eyes. We're going to continue some breath work. I'm just going to go over it first. So we're going to put one hand on our belly. We're going to close our eyes again and inhale. Try to make your hand move. So we're doing belly breaths here. So just inhale, try to move that hand, and exhale, let it relax, let it loose. Still with that upright position, spine nice and long. Inhale, try to move your hand, belly breath. Exhale, let it relax. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And gently relax. So that's helping us become more aware of where our breath is coming from. We're going to keep it going now. So we're going to inhale from our belly and as well as our chest. So we want to feel our belly rise just a bit and keep that breath going up to our chest. All right. And exhale, chest loosens, belly softens. 3 more just like that. Inhale, belly first. And chest. Exhale, loosen the chest. 2 more. Inhale, belly. Chest. Exhale, chest. Belly. Good. 2 more. Big inhale, belly. Chest. Exhale, chest. Belly. And relax. A couple of natural breaths here. So that's kind of challenging, just getting those big, deep breaths. We're going to continue it even further. We're going to go belly, chest, shoulders. So we're going to inhale first, our belly rises. Let it come up to the chest. Let those shoulders lift just a bit. And we're going to exhale, shoulders soften, chest and belly. Okay. So here, let's go and try it out. You could use your hand on your belly if that helps you. You could also allow your hands to relax, whatever you would like. So again, inhale, belly, chest, shoulders lift just a bit. Exhale, shoulders soften, chest, belly. Very good. 3 more. Inhale, belly, chest, shoulders. Exhale, shoulders, chest, belly. Very nice. 2 more. Inhale. All the way up to the shoulders. Exhale, shoulders, chest, belly. Last one. Inhale, belly, chest, shoulders. Yeah, exhale. There, gently release. Go ahead and shake it out. So we're finished with the breath work. We're going to do a little bit more at the end of class. Now we're going to get started with some movements. So like I said, we're going to start out with some joint movements. A lot of the times, we don't focus on our joints too much. We focus on the big primary muscles, the larger muscles. So now we're going to get into the joints today to start. Okay. So if you have any bracelets or watches, I would suggest taking them off because we're going to be doing some wrist rolls here. If the seat is comfortable for you, stay here. If it's starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable, get a block, maybe sit on that, prop yourself up a little bit. You can also sit up against a wall. A lot of the times, a prolonged just sitting seems to cause a little bit of tension in the back because we're not usually used to sitting without a chair. So if you do need the wall, feel free to use that today. Later in the semester, we'll be doing more flowing, so we'll be away from the wall, but today that's okay. So we're going to start with just fingers. So we're going to just open and close our hands. So it's like this, and then stretch them out, okay? So just like that, nice and easy. How can you do finger exercises? Stretching them out, clench the fist. 5 more. Open, just get that blood flow all the way to the hands. Just a couple more. Next, and release. Good. So we're going to go ahead and have hands just out in front of us like this. Don't let your shoulders come up towards your ears. Relax your shoulders. We're going to do a bend up the wrists, just forward and back. Okay. And do 10 of these. You inhale on the way out. Exhale. Out and in. So throughout practice, we want to stay with our breath. There's no certain method that you need to use during class right now. Just make sure that you're focusing on it, that you're breathing nice and deep inhales and exhales. Shake it out. We're going to do the same thing now, palms facing down. So back, stretch, and forward. Back and forward. Good. Inhale. Exhale. You may notice your forearms might be a little tight here, especially if we're on the computer all day long, or maybe the hand that we text with most. You may notice a little tightness there. Try to release that here. Just a few more. Release. We're going to go into some wrist rolls. So arms don't have to be extended. They can be nice and loose. We're just going to do big circles here as you're inhaling and exhaling. Maybe even closing down the eyes. Allow them to relax. Allow you to just feel into the body, feel into your joints. See how they're doing today. Check in. And then reverse. Same thing. Big circles here. It's important to check into the body often. We get into autopilot mode quite often where we're just going through life, going through the days in autopilot. Not too often do we just pause and see how the body is doing. Good, and release there. So the last one for the wrist that we're going to do is flipping the palms here. We're just going to go in and out. So palms up, in and out. Stretch those wrists a couple more times here, and then we flip the palms down, do it in. Release, same thing, out and in. Nice and easy. Good. And shake it out. So now arms fully extended, we're going to do some elbow flexion. So go ahead and bend at the elbows, tap yourself on the shoulder, okay? In, or excuse me, out, and in. Out, and in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Up and down. 4 more here. Good. And release. Good. Hands gently fall onto the knees here. We're going to get to some seated cat-cow. So still, hopefully we have a nice comfortable seat. Adjust if we need to by adding some support, maybe straightening out the legs. Again, a lot of times we're not used to sitting this long, so it might feel a little bit hard at first, but I promise it gets easier. So again, hands on the thighs here. Shine, open up your chest like you're shining your collarbone here. And exhale, round and curl. Bring that navel back towards your spine. Bring your chin towards your chest. Stretch out that back. Good. Enjoy that. Inhale, lift, shine the heart. Maybe gently lift the chin. Exhale, chin to chest, round and curl. Push that back towards the back behind you. Back and behind you. Inhale, lift, shine your collarbone, open up your heart. Exhale, round and curl, chin to chest. Squeeze that navel in towards your back. 2 more. Inhale, lift, long collarbone. Roll your shoulders back slightly. Exhale, round and curl, chin to chest. Navel to spine. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round and curl. Good. Inhale, back to center. Good. Roll out the shoulders here. We do some shoulder rolls. So try to keep your shoulders nice and even. Again, a lot of the times with daily life, we have compensation. So maybe one side works a little bit harder than the other. Maybe a little bit of an imbalance. So notice if you have any imbalances, try to work both sides evenly here as you roll off those shoulders. Nice big rolls here. Two more here, and then we're going to switch directions. We'll get into some rotator cuff work and forward. Just like we're shrugging up towards our ears and relax them back and down. Focusing on that breath. If the mind wanders, which it will, always bring it back to the breath. Say we start to think about all the other things we have to do for today, things we have to do later. If you notice your mind running like that, just bring it back to the breath. That simple technique is a technique of mindfulness. It's work. It's not going to be easy to always be in meditation or be in mindfulness. It takes work to get there. So if you notice your mind wandering, just bring it back. That's a good thing. Okay. So again, we're going to get into some rotator cuff work. So go ahead and put your hands back on your shoulders here. Bring your elbows together. Open them up nice and wide. Okay. So bring your elbows together. Open them up here nice and wide. Big circles. That should feel really good, especially being at a computer or being on our phone or just what's been happening as normal human behavior. It kind of rounds our shoulders forward, right? It kind of just happens with all the things that we do. So little movements like this will help open up those shoulders, drawing those shoulders back down where they should be. Few more here. Good. And we're going in reverse. So elbows, open them up, bring them back down. Open up. Big circles here. Should feel really good. Just down into those shoulders. You may have a couple, crunchiness in there. That's okay. We're going to work it out. We're just doing some movement that they haven't quite before. Or maybe that they're not used to doing very often. Nice and loose. There's something called synovial fluid in the joints, and actually moving them, stretching actually helps kind of that synovial fluid get to those joints a little easier. It allows them to move and glide a little more smooth. So this already might be work for your upper body. You might feel like it's more of a workout, but it's okay. We're getting into some mobility here. It's good work for us. So one more thing with the upper body, and then we're going to switch into some neck stuff. So go ahead and bring your arms up like this, nice and even, right across the top. You're just going to allow your hands to come down, keeping your elbows in line with each other. Okay. So open up, exhale down, inhale up. Exhale. And close down the eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 5 more. Inhale up. Exhale. Maybe try hands wide. See if that feels better than the fist. Inhale up. Exhale. Last few here. Almost there. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. Good. Release those shoulders. Go ahead and drop the hand on the right hand on the right side of the body here. 10 fingers. I want you to sweep the arm up overhead, allowing that left hip to stay into the mat there as we reach. Try to bring our bicep by our ears. Reach over the top of the head here. Feel really good all along the left hand side of the body. Couple more breaths. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left hand down, right hand comes over, and keep the tent on the fingers at first. If that feels good, you could drop the full palm, but no need to force the body. Don't ever force the body. Allow it to be exactly where it's at. And day by day with practice, you'll get better and further into the pose. So one more time here, switch side, right hand down, left arm up overhead, maybe look up underneath that armpit. Stretch and switch. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, left hand down here. Reach up overhead. Good. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, relax. Good. So now we're going to get into some neck work here. So just nice and easy, looking over each shoulder. So you may need, if you're feeling okay with your seat, stay where you're at. You may need to readjust, switch the legs, sit up against the wall, use the block, get comfy, make sure you're okay here. And then let's go ahead and close down the eyes. Notice if your shoulders are tensed up towards your ears. Allow them to relax. Notice if that space in between your eyebrows is tense. Allow it to relax. And we're just going to look over our right shoulder. You can keep your eyes closed or open, whatever is best for you. We're just taking a peek over our right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, center. We're going to go back and forth. Exhale, right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left shoulder. 3 more each side. So you inhale as you come to center. Exhale as you take a peek over that shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left shoulder. 2 more. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. One more time. Nice and slow. Inhale to center. Exhale. Look over that right shoulder. We're going to hang out here a couple more breaths. 5 breaths here. Just allowing that neck to open. Don't force it. Just allow it to happen. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, center. Exhale, last one. Look over that left shoulder. We're going to hang out here 5 breaths. Allow those eyes to close. Allow your body to soften into it. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, center. Nice. We're going to do some head circles. So we're just going to get our nose and make a circle with it. So go ahead and look up toward the sky with that nose. Bring it towards the right. Point it down towards the ground. Over towards the left. And back up to the top. So taking your time here, no rush. I want you to close down the eyes and I want you to really feel into the neck. See if there's any areas that are a little tight for you, or need a little extra attention, an extra love there. So they say that the most extension or the most rotation we get of our neck in a daily basis is when we're looking to change lanes while we're driving. When we're looking over our shoulder, that is the most extension and rotation that our neck gets in a daily life. So really allow that neck to just open up. Still staying with that breath, especially rotating our head like this. Make sure you're breathing nice and deep, nice and fluid. 2 more, and then we are going to switch sides. Switch the rotation. Good. And rotate the other direction here. Should be feeling pretty good here. Should be enjoying it. Maybe if you need to stop in any areas that may need a little extra love, definitely do that. Stop, pause, maybe just hang out there for a second. I have a little tightness here, so I'm going to stop and just enjoy this stretch for a couple moments before I keep it going. A few more here. Just enjoying this time that you're spending on yourself, spending on your body, spending to relax. Good, just a couple more. And release. Go ahead and shake it out. Good. So we're done with the upper body. We're done with the neck and the shoulders. We're gonna move on to some lower body, some feet, some toes. So go ahead and face long ways on your mat. All right. So extend your legs out. Give them a little shake if they were a little stiff from being cross-legged. So we're gonna start with the ankles. So we're just gonna point our toes straight and then flex those toes back. Okay. So point and flex. Again, this could be done up against a wall. You can use your hands for a little support here, but we're going to take it nice and slow. So inhale, exhale. Noticing how those ankles feel. Do they get much stretching on a daily basis? Do they feel tight from being in shoes, running shoes, or heels? I have to wear heels. Oh, our poor feet. Couple more. That stretch and flex. Exhale. Feel that your tibialis muscle there opening up. Good. and release. Now we're going to do some circles. You may need a little more space in between your feet here. Just nice and big circles with the feet. Just hang out here, maybe lean back, relax a little bit. Just giving those feet and ankles some attention today. And reverse other direction, big circles. I meant to mention this in the beginning of class, but if I highly suggest that you guys put on some nice, relaxing, calming music, nice and just some background music to help set the vibe. It really does help. Music is a powerful tool, allows the body to relax. Get a couple more. Nice, go ahead and shake it out. So this one, we're actually getting similar how we spread the fingers out. We're going to do that with the toes. And if we don't stretch our toes very often, or if we don't practice yoga, or if we don't let our feet just hang out very often, it might be kind of difficult. So what we're going to do is just, again, try to spread your toes. Try to get space in between all 10 toes. May seem kind of funny. Try to get all 10 space. We're going to hold it, just stretch them out and release. We're going to do that 3 more times. So just stretch open, try to even those pinky, stretch the pinky out, stretch all of them. Make space in between all 10, hold it, and release. Good. Maybe give them a little shake there. We're going to do twice more. Open up, space in between all 10. Become mindful of all 10 toes. How often do we try to do this? Who knows? Maybe some of you do this on your own. But I didn't before I started practicing yoga. And release. Good. We're going to do one more. Just allow your toes to relax for a couple. And again, try to get all 10, space in between the toes. This is such a great practice, though, really, especially since we're keeping our feet enclosed in shoes all day long. This is good to help them stretch out. Good. And release. All right. Go ahead and shake them out. So next, we're going to get into the legs. So go ahead and grab your right leg. I'm going to start there and just bring it in towards the chest. Okay, so you want to grab the front of you want to grab your shin, so the front of the leg here, and just draw your shoulders down and back. Hold here for a couple breaths, just allowing your spine to get nice and long. Good. Now get that right ankle, put it on your left leg. So now your knee should be bent out towards the side. We're going to use the assistance of our hands and our, use the assistance of your hands and go ahead and make circles with that right knee, okay? Getting to that hip. You can even move around that foot if you need to, get into different areas of the hip joint. So it should be pretty relaxing, so don't overwork it here. Just moving into the bodies in different ways, feeling into it. Couple more, and then opposite direction there. Big circles with that knee. So mobility, so there's a difference between flexibility and mobility. Mobility is how well you can move through the range of motion in a joint. So range of motion, right? Flexibility is how that muscle, how elastic that muscle is, how much it can extend and contract. So there's a difference there, and these movements are helping with mobility. Stretching later, when we do more stretching for the muscular system, will be more flexibility. So back here, go ahead and bend that knee again. We're going to extend and bend. Extend, bend. We'll do this 10 times. So that's 3 there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Switch sides. Going to relax a bit here. First, draw that knee deep into the chest, allowing your spine to be nice and long. Give me a little hug here. Good here. Already more than halfway through class. Don't got too much left after this. Some breathing and relaxation, and we'll wrap it up. So again, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just bring that left ankle onto that right thigh and start with those circles there, using the assistance of your hand to help with the circles. Feeling into that left hip. Notice if you have any tightness in the hips. A lot of back pain comes from our hips. So opening up the hips and the glutes, a lot of the time will help if you do have any kind of back pain. And reverse the direction, big circles, other direction. Notice if one direction feels easier than the other. Might even feel this in the groin there, groin tight. Few more. I'm going to go ahead and get that extension of the leg, flexion extension. So go ahead and grab the back of the thigh here, that left leg. Make sure we're not rounding and curling. Draw the shoulders down and back, extend the spine, and kick and release with the support here of your hands. 3, we're going for 10. Nice, and release. Go ahead and shake it out there. All right, so we're almost done with class, like I said here. We're going to finish off with, again, that yogic breath that we began class with, and then we're going to just relax on our mat for Shavasana. Shavasana is usually ending at each yoga on any kind of yoga class. It's a traditional posture that's just allowing the body to relax. So we'll finish off there. Again, find a comfortable seat. You could be up against the wall. You can put some support underneath the body. We're going to do 5 rounds of the full yogic breath. So again, starting at the belly, the chest, the shoulders. Close down the eyes. Maybe use the support of your hands or keep your hands on your thighs, whatever you'd like. So here we go for 5 breaths. First inhale, starting at the belly. Chest, shoulders, exhale, shoulders, chest, belly softens. Next inhale, belly, chest, shoulders, exhale, shoulders, chest, belly. 3 more. Inhale, belly, chest, shoulders, exhale, shoulders, chest, belly. Good. Taking 2 more. Use your own count, your own breath here. I'm not going to guide you through these last 2. Just follow your own rhythm. One more. Very nice. Gently open up the eyes here. So as I mentioned, we're going to end in Shavasana. So just find yourself lying down on your mat, whichever direction is most comfortable for you. I will guide you through it as well. So taking your time, coming down. You could come straight down. You could also come down on the forearm. So I'm going to adjust the camera so that you guys can see me here. All right, so allow your body to come down. If you have any type of tension in your back, feel free to keep your knees bent. You can also do a butterfly position. A lot of the time that alleviates tension from the back if there is anyone. Another option is to bring your feet mat's width distance apart and letting your knees come together. That adds a little extra support there. So find whatever type of Shavasana you would like. I like traditional, just bringing my hands on the side of the body. Close down the eyes here. Notice if your shoulders are up towards your ears. Make some space. Maybe allow your arms to even come off your mat a little bit. Widen the feet if that feels good. Let your toes just fall out to the side naturally. Once we have our posture where we feel comfortable, where we're able to stay here for a couple of minutes, close down the eyes. Bring your attention inward. Noticing if the body feels a little more relaxed than 45 minutes ago. Noticing if you feel a little bit more still, a little bit of energy maybe circulating throughout your body. And then release. Release the thoughts. Bring your attention to your breath. Pick a color for your breath. Doesn't matter which color, whatever color pops into your mind first. And watch that color as it moves in through your nose, down your throat, filling up your chest. And watch as that color gets released from the chest, moving back out the nose. Watch that color for a couple moments. It's moving in and out of the body. Nowhere to go right now. Only got a couple minutes left in class. So just these couple minutes, just allow yourself to be here. If the mind wanders, bring it back to that color. Giving yourself just a couple more moments before we go back into the busyness of life. A couple more moments to relax. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be, except for right here. Sending yourself gratitude for being here today, for practicing today. Sending your body gratitude for always getting you through the day. Always rooting for us. Finish off with one more deep inhale and exhale. Go and breathe in that color. Watch it fill up your chest. Maybe even fill up your belly. And exhale, watch that color as it's released back into the air, back into the sky and the universe. Gently open up the eyes. So to wake up the body, just kind of wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Maybe do some ankle rolls, some wrist rolls. What I want you to do is bring your arms up overhead like a first morning stretch. Stretch it out. And release. Very good. So the way I want everybody to get up from this posture is to roll over to the side and use your top hand to help you up. And take your time with that. Sometimes when we're laying down, you don't rush yourself up. Take your time. All right. So that wraps up our first class for today. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for being here and for joining. If you all have any questions at all, please reach out via email, via Blackboard. I'll do my best to respond in at least a day. Again, thank you all for being here, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Next class will be uploaded on Thursday, so be sure to tune in then. With that, I'll go ahead and close the room. So thank you all so much. Have a good rest of the day.